Hi there, this is Jacky, your NLP coach, and have just conducted a day's training of our 4-day Ultimate Breakthrough program. And I thought taking just a moment to share something that I covered in this program itself with this current batch of practitioners. And right behind, you could see this flip chart right here, and it's what you can see here, it's stated as a pattern interrupt. Well, what is a pattern interrupt, you may ask? Now, have there been times in your life where you have tried to change or to overcome a problem, a challenge, and to no avail? And it seems that you have tried everything, under the sun to change, but why hasn't it changed for you? Now, if you've ever experienced a moment like this, now this is for you. Now, what is a pattern interrupt is that what we begin to realize, first of all, is that if anyone has ever struggled to overcome a challenge in life, there's a high likelihood that they are stuck in this so-called boundaries of the problem. So as you can see right here, and because every problem has a boundary. So what we term as a pattern interrupt is that, now as long as you can get your client, you see the key to resolving an issue is not to work on the problem within the boundaries, but it is, when this person is able to see the problem outside, these boundaries, now that's where the problem can be solved with so much ease and effortlessly. So let me give you an example. Very often, when we have people who, friends who are smokers, and, this very usual thing that you probably want to say them, and out of concern to them, you probably tell them, smoking is not good for you. It's just going to kill you, eventually. And somehow you probably realize that while this actually sounds logical, it just doesn't seem to have that impact on your friends. And so, yet we've seen so often people solving difficult, challenging issues like this, right? Just by applying this pattern interrupt concept. Let me give you an example. So, according to Tony Robbins, he was once approached by a client who was struggling to overcome this smoking addiction. So, the last thing that you probably expect a coach to do or a therapist to do when you're going to visit them to resolve this addiction issue is for them to tell you to, hey, you know what, smoke more. But you know what, that was exactly what Tony actually did. And so what he actually did was the very direct opposite of what was expected. Now, which is what exactly a pattern interrupt is all about, where you're able to interrupt the pattern, the usual thought patterns of someone else, now so that change can happen relatively easier. And so what happened was that when this person was in fact advised to buy this three boxes of cigarettes, he was stunned, and he said, are you sure that this is what you're going to get me to do? Well, I'm here to quit my habit of smoking. And says, of course, this is exactly what I want to do. Now, but just imagine this. Now, after 3 boxes of cigarettes, where this person is, locked up in this dark room, and he'll be smoking continuously, these 3 boxes of cigarettes. Now, what do you think you'd feel? Pain. And so after just about a couple of hours, and this person grew out of that pleasure of smoking, and it sort of interrupted his pattern, and suddenly, all of a sudden, he just said, you know what? You just can't make me smoke. And, in that instant, Tony knew that he had actually accomplished his goal. And so this is just an instance of how a pattern interrupt can actually be used in coaching for success. Now, if you ever tried to solve a problem but to no avail, now remember that now the problem could probably be due to you trying to solve the problem within the boundaries. Now find a way out of the boundaries, and that's exactly where you realize that now problem is not a problem after all. Now with that, I wish you all the very best in solving any challenging issues that you're currently facing in your life. Now, till we meet again, remember to live with passion and unleash the star in you. Now, see you soon.